Chapter 10 Special Prisoners. One day, Friday went to the shore to catch a turtle. Suddenly, I saw him running back very fast. I could see that he was very afraid. He panted, "Master, there are some men on the beach. They have 3 prisoners." I was sure they were going to eat the prisoners. I was very angry and decided to save them. We got all the guns ready very quickly and hurried to the woods near the beach. We hid behind the trees, not far from the men. There were about 20 wild men, and they had 5 canoes. They had killed one of the prisoners, and the other 2 were lying on the beach. Just then, 2 men walked to the prisoners. They had knives in their hands. Before they raised their hands, we fired at them. The loud noise and the death of the 2 men horrified all the other wild men. They stood up, but they did not move. Quickly, we fired the second time, and the 2 other men fell down dead. Suddenly, one of them ran to the canoe, and the others followed. The wild men got into 3 of the canoes and rowed away as fast as they could. We did not get out of the woods until we could see them no longer. We went over to the prisoners. When we were near them, I was very surprised to find that one of them was a white man. I hurried to untie the white man, and Friday went to untie the other. He told me that he was Spanish. I was about to ask him more questions. Then suddenly, Friday cried and happily laughed and kissed the prisoner's face again and again. Several minutes later, I learned that the man was his father. We buried the wild men's bodies and took the prisoners home. You could imagine how excited I was and how happy Friday was. We treated them to our best food. I talked to the white man in Spanish. He told me that his ship had sunk in a storm and that 17 Spaniards had sailed to a land in small boats several years before. There were 2 local tribes there, and they became friends with one, which Friday's father belonged to. The 2 tribes often fought each other, and they had the habit of eating prisoners. They stayed on my island for several months, and they all looked to me as their master. We had plenty of food and lived happily. While he was enjoying a good life on the island, the Spaniard told me that the other Spaniards lived a bad life. They did not have enough to eat. Then I decided to send them back to contact the other Spaniard. I wanted them to come and live on my island. We got a canoe ready for them, and they left.